Hi, my name is Colben Kharrl, and this is my final project for CSE335. This is my app called Lokate. Lokate is a research utility for searching locations, and let's go over the big picture of what it was supposed to accomplish first. I wanted to really combine the experiences of searching for a location that you would get from a map-based application like Apple Maps or Google Maps, where you can kind of view the map and see a location in relation to all of the things around it. But I also wanted all of the information you get from a web search. So if you were to type into Google and get all of the textual facts about the location. So that's what we were trying to accomplish in one application in a seamless manner that made sense. So let's go ahead and start with the UI walkthrough. One thing I want to make clear from the beginning, there are a ton of UI alerts. UI alerts are used for first-time user prompts, which is when you have just installed the app for the first time and it walks you through a few of the features and what to do. And these are only shown once because we save that in NS user defaults, so it only ever shows the first time you open the app and then knows not to show it after that. And this brings you to the home view. So this is the main kind of center control panel for where everything else launches off. So this home table is a UI table view with a toolbar and a navigation controller. Now, before we get into this username field, let's kind of get an understanding of what's happening behind the scenes. Lokate actually uses the GeoNames web service for searching locations. So like any web service, you need authentication to actually run the web request, and in their case, you need a username. So I've included a UI text view or text field up in the corner. If this is empty, it will default to demo, as we can see here, but if not, it will try to use whatever you put here. And it also handles your text. It will delete spaces and format it to be part of the URL. Now, if you use demo, in my testing, most of the time it will work. It will still process and go through, but there is a chance that it will fail. So preferably you have your own username, and in the case that you are lazy, since this is an app I don't intend to publish, I have included my username for users to use. And then for text entry, all of it is handled with a UI gesture recognizer. As far as when you tap up here, it will dismiss the keyboard. And like these user prompts, this field up here is saved in NS user defaults. So whatever you enter here will persist throughout your use of the app. And whenever you change it, it will update. Now, the main function of the app is obviously searching. So again, we pop up a UI alert, and it will prompt the user to enter in the name of a location. Here we can see we're searching for Tempe. And then when you hit search, it will actually run the search. Now, if there are no results for your search, it will say no results, and it will let you know with a UI alert view. If your search fails, it will also let you know. This is usually due to either an invalid username or to either bad or no internet connection. And if your search is successful, which almost always it is, it will actually display the results from your search. So here we can see we searched for Tempe and it processed results. These are all formatted in custom UI table cells, so you can see here it downloads the image from the JSON results for the thumbnail, and it displays the name and the type of feature that it is, like city or landmark. One last thing to mention, this is all done asynchronously using dispatch queues. So when you do the search, a progress indicator starts spinning up here, and it will process until it is done. During that time, the UI is still responsive, so even though you don't have much to do, it is still responsive and you can move things around and try stuff out. Once it is done actually processing, the alert indicator will stop and it will populate your table view. Now, actually clicking on a search result will take you to this detail page, and this has a few different features. Still within the same navigation controller, it will show you the type of feature it is, the name of the feature, and a little short summary of what this place is. It is truncated, but you can get the rest of the information in a way I will show you in a moment. But first, let's check out this UI map view. Now, this map view has a segmented map type control. We actually get where to place this on the map view from the JSON results, which include a latitude and longitude for all of the search results that it returns. So we are able to tell exactly where to place this and where to tell the UI map view to go. We put in a place mark, and if you tap on the place mark, it'll show you the name of the location. And like I said, you can alter or toggle which type of map you want to see between the regular map, which is default, or the satellite map, which is actually a hybrid, but I think satellite makes more sense as far as understanding purposes. Now, as far as the summary goes, this is actually the first part of whatever the search results would be if you were to search for this location on Wikipedia. And we can verify that by clicking on this option up here, which it is in the corner of every single search result. Tapping on this will bring us to our next view. So the web view is what comes up when you tap web, which the name would imply. Again, we have a first-time user prompt. I'll explain that in a moment. So it brings you to a UI web view with full navigation features, so you can reload, go back and forward. And there is also, not shown here, but there's a progress indicator up here. So any type of page load whatsoever will cause it to start, and it will finish. It will stop when it's finished. And then the last feature of this web view is this share icon. This will open up a message composer view, and it will let you send a text to whoever you would like. And it has a pre-configured message of check this out, and it has a link to whatever the current page is of the UI table view. So if you start at Mesa and end at Mesa Art Center because you were digging around, you can share that specific page. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the persistence part of the application, which is saving the search results. So here you can see the user prompt for when you first do your first successful search. It's going to let you know you can save by swiping to the left, which we can see demonstrated here. So this is a UI table view row action that we have configured. So when you slide, if you tap save, it will end editing and replace it to how you would think. But that result is now saved in your history, which you can view by clicking on this icon down here. Now this will take you to a table that looks very similar to the main table, but this is all of your cached search results. So this is anything that you have chosen to save will show up in this table here. It works the exact same way as far as these segues connect to the same detail view, which will again let you go to the web view, and it works exactly how you would think. And then very much the same way that you saved the results, you can swipe left on a cached result to delete it. So as easy as you saved it, you can get rid of it. And one thing I want to mention is there was lots of interaction and user error handling. So one example I'll give is if you tap on history and you have nothing saved, it actually will not perform the segue, and it will let you know that you have no history and that you should probably try searching for something. Now the last small view, which I kind of thought was something that would be useful and really educational for people to see, is the JSON results that actually come back when you run the web service call. So this will actually show you the JSON structure and what was received. This gives good information. Like here we see the latitude and longitude that were actually used for the map view. We see the URL for the Wikipedia entry, and we see that summary that we saw, and a bunch of other things that we use throughout the app in here as well. And this is a scroll view, so you can scroll and see everything you want. And again, like I said, it does a lot of handling of user interaction as far as if you haven't searched for anything or your search came up empty, it will simply let you know that there's no JSON data to show. So let's jump into the class diagram. Everything, like I said before, is based off of this main view controller, which is the main UI